I'm fine, thank you, man.
Hey, wait. Yes. The Right Honorable Young George.
Be careful now.
The
Well,
Iron Man. Man, what was it? What was the name of the pro? It's not Knight Rider, not Sweet Dreams.
Heart to heart.
Heart to Heart, Mr. Heart to Heart host
Heart to
himself.
heart, man. Heart to heart.
For all the Nicodemus people of St. Vincent and Grenadines used to sit up and listen to this man. What night it was? Including yours truly.
I really miss it, man.
Yeah. Well, we miss it too. You understand? Yeah, I understand.
It's important that you have gatekeepers at all times. At all times, and during night is a very important time to, to hold the fort down, keep people, in check.
Yes.
We'll have gatekeepers right through 24/7.
Well, let me introduce you properly, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Earl Old George Daniel. I don't think he needs any more introduction than that. Yes. Well, you were touching base with Justin, and boy, there was so much. I anticipated there was more information that you would have had to give out. So, which is why I volunteered.
Oh yes.
And plus, you're always welcome. You're always welcome. You're always welcome at any time. Whether I'm
I really appreciate that. Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. How's the people? How's your people? How is the what do they call again? Not Eskimos, but
the Inuit.
Yeah, yes. How are they doing?
The Inuit. Well, they're fine. Well, I'm not there right now. I'm in Montreal right now.
Okay.
So I'll be back up there in about 2 weeks.
Right.
They're good. I never know the word Eskimos. It's actually a derogatory name.
Yes, I remember you telling me that. Yeah, that.
We were taught that in school, and it's probably still been taught in school that the Eskimos live in the Arctic. It's a derogatory name. I never knew that. That's for the first hand. So it's an education for me. So I just hope people stop using that now that they know. So.
Oh boy, the phone is starting the song a little funky. I don't know why. I don't know. It's like you're breaking up. Is any way you can get closer to the internet source or something? It's kind of chopping up.
Oh well, I'm calling from my landline, so.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
It's a little difficult, but I guess it's we'll do the best we can with it. But it's chopping up. It's chopping
up from this. If we get some variable, let me know. I'll have some callback. Yeah, if we get some variable.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, then. Do that. Okay, cool.
Yes. Well, so I started telling you about the dance project, but we never really got to talk much because of my schedule.
It's really bad. It's really bad, George. It's really bad. It's really bad.
So let me have a callback.
All right. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Now this is what I was really looking for. Yeah, here you go. It's a celebration, baby.
Took me to Japan, Soca Jam International. Oh, yo, just imagining this thing happening. The whole world joining in, singing. Celebration, Soca Jam International. Oh, yo, celebration, Soca Jam International.
We try again. Yes, good morning, old George. How is that?
Yes, it's big. Yes, is it better now?
Little bit. All right, let's go with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, so so just for the people, those folks who did not hear, it's not registered about the dance. That'll be May 31st to June 7th, right? Seven full days of dance, and I want to highlight the fact because what this is for, because of the rise in diabetic cases, and crime and violence. This whole dance to bring awareness to those issues, and hopefully by the end of this 7-day period, we should be able to have a good discussion on those two very important subjects.
Yes, and this is against diabetes and crime, you said.
Yes. A lot of people, those who suffer from diabetes,
these are two issues that are rampant in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, actually, tell me the truth,
Yes, and that's why I decided to focus on them primarily. There are people with diabetes who can't afford to get their, strips of medication, different things, and eat properly. So if you can do something about this, it'll be worthwhile. And also, I'll be launching the Old George Health and Wellness Foundation, before the dance as well. So that foundation will exist to continue helping, assisting those in that regard to the person suffering from diabetes and all that. So it's all for a great cause. And so I'm asking for the full support of every single person hearing this, for their full support. It's very important.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening to you. Go ahead. Hello?
Yes, and that's great. Yeah. I'm here.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not sure if you get me clearly.
Yes, George. Yes, you were mentioning that this is going to be simulcast on the internet. You're going to have it. You're going to have this on social media going over.
Oh yeah,
okay.
Definitely.
Right.
It will stream live on every single social media that's available.
That's available.
Yes. Facebook,
YouTube, Instagram, the whole
everything.
Yes.
Everything.
Yes. Were you able to get sponsors in
something and don't see it?
Were you able to get sponsors in St. Vincent and Grenadines?
Huh?
Were you able to get Were you able to get sponsorship in St. Vincent and the Grenadines? Were you able to get sponsorship?
Oh yeah. As a matter of fact, I was in another radio program when I was there, and the response was very overwhelming in terms of persons who wanted to sponsors and so on. So we'll be locking down on that, tightening on that in a few weeks that's coming. But the response has been overwhelming in terms of potential sponsors. Very, very overwhelming. Yes. I was really encouraged by it. Right. Individuals and companies, and they're all willing to get on board, because I guess they realize that it's these two things that affect every single person. It's not just for a group of people, but it affects us all.
Mm-hmm. Yes, most definitely. And so if somebody is listening now and interested in sponsorship, how do they get in touch with you or one of your representatives?
Okay. Well, they can. What they can do in the interim, because they have not yet set up the mechanism, so they can directly make a contribution, right? They can contact you at Nice Radio and give you the information,
okay.
And you'll just pass it on to you'll pass it on to.
You're deputizing me there.
Well, when I ran into you in Kingston, you were actually deputized. You just didn't know it.
Boy, anything for the greater good. Everything for the greater good where St. Vincent is concerned.
Yes.
I don't know if you've been following my Facebook Live, but one of the things I've been saying constantly is that it is important for good people to do good, so that everybody can see.
Yes.
So when the children that are coming up, when they need to make choices in life, they will choose the good choices because the good choices are clear to them. And what you are planning to do, especially, we know it's going to be successful with God's help, but can you imagine the impact, our little dot on the map? The little dot that sometimes the British, you look in some globes that you don't see it because of the legend of Mr. Chateaubriand, and how significant that would be for our little dot on the map. And that in itself, I know, motivates you, and it motivates me as well. So yours truly is glad to be any kind of deputy, even if you want me to sweep the space where you're going to dance. Present, please.
you see, Carlyle, one of the things that I'm happy that you're talking along that vein, because one of the things that I was saying to some people, especially in Barbados as well, I said, what you want to see on May 31st to June 7th is something historic. You may never, ever get to see it again in your lifetime. Right? And don't wait until I'm gone to research me to find out what made me do this, to get information. I'm here now, right? Be a part of it now. Get the information now. Be part of history now. And let it be said that you did something, that you participated in this event, which brought about a major change, in the way people live, and how we relate to each other. Because that's what this is going to do. It's going to change a lot of lives, for the better.
And not only that,
I want everyone to.
I want to throw a little thing at you. Now, when persons come to see you for this special occasion, they can actually leave here with a hot roti and a cold juicy, and get to Canada.
Well, that's it, they go. And who better to get it from? well said. And that's a fact. That's a reality.
Yes.
That's reality. And I'm really excited about this, Carlyle, and it's 24/7 of non-stop action. Unfortunately, someone asked me if they were able to dance with me, but I had to get the bad news. No, because the area in which I was dancing would be cordoned off, because I'm not allowed to be touched during the entire event. So I'll be untouchable for 7 days.
Okay.
So, but everyone can dance outside of those parameters.
Right.
You see, so it's going to be a national, regional, 7-day dance, because the folks in Barbados they're on board as well. I must mention that. Let me say good morning to the folks in Barbados that listen. I was told that we have a few listeners from Barbados. Cecile Marshall, she's listening, and Sandra Haynes, they're listening. They're all part and parcel of this whole thing. So I'm say good morning to them. And also, I didn't even say good morning to all of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Can you believe that?
I think you did.
Yeah, so let me say very special.
Yeah, go ahead. My bad.
What?
Yes. I think you said that. I think you said that this morning.
Officially,
Yes. Go ahead.
Officially say good morning to all the folks listening in St. Vincent and the Grenadines who didn't forgive my bad manners. Okay. Yes.
All right. Am I allowed to pick one of the songs that you're going to be dancing to?
Of course you are.
All right.
Of course you are.
All right. And it has to be a soca. It has to be a soca.
You know that
is that practical for you to because you're going to be dancing for 7 days? I mean, is it practical for you to is it going to be like more relaxed things? I mean, or can we choose one of these like down to the end? When you have that extra kick, to give you that extra kick to make the 168 hours.
Yeah, well, the songs that I've danced will be carefully chosen, right? And it's all there's a science to it, because different times of the night and different times of the morning, you have to have different beat that will keep me going. See?
I see. So this is I like
beat
this.
That will help me to relax.
Okay.
You see?
So
at different time, at specific times. So the DJs, I have 4 or 5 DJs. So they all know exactly what to do.
I see.
So and they cannot play the same song within a 4-hour period.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that I understand. That can bore anybody and make them want to sleep. So I could understand that.
Well, it's not just about it's to rule out it's to keep it human. So that's Guinness way of making sure that it's not rigged. Nothing is rigged. You see? So if you do that, and then you know that someone is there monitoring and someone is there deliberately putting the songs in.
Okay.
See?
I hear you. Boy, I don't know. I'm thinking in our Caribbean civilization, in our Caribbean socialization. Okay, even if it's after in the celebration when everybody start jumping and waving, we should actually play something like, oh boy, I got 4 computers here, and something like this. Something like this. It's not the one I was looking for, but something along with this kind of vibe. Press this button. Here we go. Ding 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 ding. I'm hitting the wrong mouse. There we go. Okay, it's coming up. Something like this.
Rowdy! Chicken, Moasil! Come in, man.
Something like this. You know, would be for a stampede. For everybody who would want to be celebrating after you break the Guinness Book of Records, you know, if I could just make that one little something from Fireman, something in that kind of I was actually looking for Fireman's Charge, but I didn't find that. But something along these lines, you know, something along this kind of feel good music.
Well, let me tell you. Well, let me tell you, first of all, the dance would all be spiritual music, right?
Okay.
That's the first thing, right? But it's soca or calypso or reggae, you know, because there's a different focus on the dance, because we have left out the spiritual aspect of things, trying to address crime and all and everything else,
of course.
Right? So it has a different two-prong approach to it, you know. So in that arena, there's a lot of hip music and you know, upbeat and soca and raga soca and reggae and calypso and, you know, different beats. You know, that's you know, we dance because we need to get away from the we need to do things differently.
Okay.
We need to try
not only we need to do things differently, but we need to look at things differently as well. You know, we need to look at. I mean, a lot of the things, you know, sometimes things get swept into a bundle that it don't necessarily belong. You know, like take for instance, Luther's "Throw Bad Mind Out a Window." You know, there's nothing wrong if you sing that in church.
Yeah.
You know, if you think of the lyrical content of it, you know, something.
There's a song, yeah, I agree.
Yes.
There's a song that in the morning when I wake up, I'm alive. There's I think there's a wake up in the morning and I'm alive. I can't remember the other lyrics to it.
I think that's something new. That's something new. I think that's a new song. Yeah, I think Justin was playing it before. Justin was playing it within the last hour. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. That's something along those lines, you know.
Yes.
There's a lot of good conscious music. Yes, I'm talking about conscious music, you know. You know, conscious music.
Okay.
You know, not the music that will throw negative lyrics and encourage people to go the other direction. That's what I'm talking about.
I hear you.
Because words are very powerful.
That's true.
Very
it's very powerful. You know, and it's important that we don't get tempo confused with words. You know, like when I remember when I was growing up, you know, there was a kind of scorn towards Rasta. But then if you listen to Third World lyrics, says, "Who gave you the ocean and gathered the water for the sea? Who gave you love as an emotion?" It sounds like God to me. You would understand that, hey, you know, who gave you all the and it goes on, you know, and so you get to understand the positivity of of the message sometimes. You know, God moves in mysterious ways.
Yeah. Is it because, Carl, what I'm saying is sometimes, you know, if you look at the way we speak to each other, we speak a lot of violence, you know, in regular conversations, whether at work or in the market or on the bus. You know, people generally speak violently and unintentionally so. You know, and it's become a part of the whole culture. You know, and so, and if you already speak that way, and then you continue to listen to lyrics that are violent and songs that are violent, it really, you know, it re-emphasizes the whole culture of violence. You know, so we need to speak to each other differently. You know, be more understanding, be more like have more of a listening ear, listen more, understand more. You know, and that's how we're going to change the whole culture.
Exactly.
You know, bit by bit.
Now I'm going to put you to the test. There's a song, because I'm going to have to close you up because I have my guest is here already. There's a song that I learned in primary school. Said, there's a lovely island in the Caribbean Sea with coconut and citrus fruits and fine banana trees where arrowroot and sugar cane now. You finish it for me.
St. Vincent's name, eh?
We are out to build a new St.
We out to build a
Vincent.
new St. Vincent.
Brick by brick. Brick by
I used
brick.
to sing that in elementary school.
In middle school. I hear you. Well, I used to sing it in Richmond Hill School.
In elementary school. Do
Yes.
they sing that in school? In the school?
I don't